Welcome, everyone, to A World Awakening. I am here with Deb DeRoos and Jamila McKenzie, who is just a goddess. And there's another goddess. And RJ is not with us tonight, but his name is on there.
Oops.
Got that. That's okay. No problem. So we just spent an hour on Soul School talking about compassion without actually using the word. Those among us who would, for instance, walk past a starfish on the beach and instead of being oblivious to the distress that it's in, having the joy of giving it literally a helping hand and lifting it from the sand and placing it back in the surf so that it can live. And the whole show was about how I'm achieving a realization of oneness myself, just in understanding with that very simple metaphor that not only do I love the starfish, a multitude of which I have saved over the course of my life growing up in the ocean state of Rhode Island, but I love the starfish and I am the starfish. And that little creature, that gentle, delicate creature that moves across the floor of the ocean with such grace and ease and gentility, is lost when it's on the beach and it has no way, it loses its mobility. It has no way to crawl back into the water, which is its salvation. And so it relies on us, and whether it interprets and thinks of us in terms of, the one that slides our hand underneath it and looks at it for a moment. It can't say, I want to live. Please put me back in the water. We have to know that by intuition, by common sense, that it's either going to dry up and perish on the hot sand, or with a very, very simple gesture, we can have the joy of saving its life. And so that was what Soul School was about tonight. And it's also what a World Awakening is about tonight. And I just wanted to let everybody know that's watching the show that Deb and Jamila and several of our friends are getting together to do an event in April. And so far, it is the only event that I will be a part of this year as I'm going through my chemo and starting to lose my hair. But yes, this is what we will be doing. And I will make sure that, Deb's got it posted, Jamila's got it posted, everybody's got it posted so that we can come together. And at the end of April, the title of tonight's show, the first show was The Starfish, It Matters. And this show's title is Birds of a Feather, All Flocked Up. And that's what we are going to do. Because we are like-minded individuals and we are very spiritually rooted in each other. So I have agreed to actually, well, Greta will get me. Oh, you're so sweet. I know exactly where we were when that photograph
I
was
do too.
at Old Mill, wasn't it?
It was. And we were putting our heads together and scaring people.
Yes.
Because everyone says, uh-oh, Annie and Debbie are at it again.
Oh my God.
What are they up to?
Well, now we have other cohorts as well. And so I would like to just open the floor and let the two of you talk about what we are going to do together at the end of April. This is going to be an event unlike any other, anywhere or anytime, because, well, first of all, because I'm going to be there, and this is going to be about intergalactic healing for me.
Yes.
We are going to have the bowls. We are going to, have the singing bowls. We are going to have the music. We are going to have the meditation. We're going to have all of that, but so much more, because what we will have is the camaraderie and the community And it's, certainly it's not shut off to men at all. There are many great men among us, but it is really about the rise of the sacred feminine energy and taking our power and multiplying it by coming together in a way that enhances and raises the vibration of everyone involved. So the two of you, tell our audience why they should make the trip to Houghton Lake, Michigan at the end of April.
Well, it is the last weekend in April, and we're hoping for warmer weather so Andrea can be here and not freeze to death, because she calls this area the frozen tundra.
Because it is. It's an accurate description, Deb. Come on.
Well, last weekend, Val and I went across the entire Upper Peninsula and through Wisconsin, almost to Minnesota. And I'll tell you, our frozen tundra is nothing compared to some of that. But
hard
coming from Georgia.
Same state.
Well, yeah, it is the same state. So I've done this for about 6 years now. Every spring, every fall, Jamila has always been at my side because, she's just a goddess like that.
She's a goddess and a star sister. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But it started out just the very first one was a woman's retreat. Mm-hmm. And then it dawned on me, we all have that feminine side. We all have that goddess energy within us. This has nothing to do with gender.
Right.
This has to do with love and unity and that goddess energy. So, the second one, I made sure I posted, this is for everybody. No gender is excluded. Mm-hmm. So what it is, it's a gathering of like-minded souls. As you said, we'll be doing singing bowls. We'll be doing meditation. We always open the floor to anybody who is there that wants to tell a story, that wants to share love, that has something to share, period, can get up and do this. It's not something where, we have these speakers and nobody else can talk. We literally put everybody in one big conference room, the vendors, if we have speakers, everybody is right there. So there's no separation, right? We talk on everything. Our last one was pretty directed at abuse, narcissism, empowering yourself to see and to remove that from your life if need be.
Whatever is toxic, get it out.
Right. Whatever is toxic. And that's kind of been the theme of the year. So we will carry some of that over, most likely. One thing I am truly excited about is we will be doing some humongous healing circles.
Yeah.
With you, Andrea, my dear love, right in the center.
Thank you.
And you will be getting blasted with love and healing. And this will be Friday and Saturday, and maybe even Sunday if people are still around. I know personally,
they usually are. They don't go nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
I was planning on staying through Sunday. And, at least part of the day for sure, to give us, and God knows, I mean, when we do UFO contact at the lakeside, it's like we have to pry each other out of each other's arms when it's time to leave. One of the biggest social events of the whole weekend is everybody saying goodbye to each other and crying in each other's arms. And, oh my God, I can't believe it went by so fast. And, oh my God, when's it going to happen again? It's a whole year. I mean, it is a very, very emotional experience, and there's just something magical about that place. And I mean, some of the things that we have seen occur and have even filmed and photographed over the lake
Yeah.
are incredible. So I want to be able to share that experience as well. And by, being there, I'll get to be available to help people open their third eye and have that kind of formal introduction to our galactic family, and to feel the healing that comes through. Let's face it, we've got some friends in high places, whether it's spirit, who I consider spirit to be extraterrestrial too, because they are no longer earthbound in a body, in a vessel, but still remain with us in consciousness and intent. And so for me, it's all lumped into one thing, which is consciousness and existence and love. And so when we tap into that higher vibration, we can't help but not only spread the healing, but spread that ascension that takes place as we make that quantum leap in consciousness, as we arrive at that realization of oneness, that we are literally birds of a feather gathered together, all flocked up and sharing this experience that will change each and every one of us in fundamental ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's, I love that we have these events at the same place, because that happens so easily there. The UFO con, and Annie, you've been at every one of them.
Yeah.
We are so blessed to have you. So, when you're there, we are not in the third dimension probably the whole weekend.
I know.
It's phenomenal. And then when you get the retreats, you have a more intimate group of like-minded souls gathering and doing the work. And my brain is totally off all weekend. We are definitely in that higher place. And I know that with you there, that place is going to be so loving.
It's going to be humming. We're going to be doing some levitation. I feel certain. There's no way of escaping it.
Right. Yeah, no way. And like I said, Jamila's been there every year, so I want to hear her input on this as well.
Me too. Bring it back.
Well, I guess the first thing I'll say is I can't wait to flock. I mean,
right?
That's just, let's flock together. But I just, want to flock. Come on and see, but I am so
it's
excited.
not that kind of event. You're killing me, girl.
You knew what you were getting. You knew. Everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows.
But the thing about it, I'm super excited because Deb knows I have been asking and asking and asking. I'm like, we have to get Annie here. We have to get Annie here, because one of the things that I find amazing is, you can't grow anything in toxic soil. If your soil is not, nurtured, and if you don't put the proper nutrients. Deb has created, through sweat, tear, love, all that good stuff, an environment for growth.
Right.
And it is one of the things I think I've come to almost everyone in the past. It's been a while. And even before I started helping, just coming, it didn't matter. I would be there. And one of the most beautiful things is the transformation that you can see from Friday to Sunday.
Mhm.
If you just sit back and you look at the participants, you can see there's always two or three that they just don't leave the same way. They don't leave the same way they got there. And it's a beautiful thing. There's tears, there's snot.
Yeah.
It's so sexy. So just know, but it's also it's hugs, it's we play games, and it's interactive. Nobody is sitting talking at you, for 3 days.
Yeah.
Nobody is sitting, finger wagging at you and trying to get you to agree with a narrative, or
Right.
trying to get you to fit into a certain thing. It's all about fluidity. You come as you are and you leave how you need to be. Point
Well,
blank,
and
period.
listen, investing one's energy more into listening than lecturing has its benefits.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
how can you get to know someone else, their point of view, their perspective, their position, if you spend all of your time infusing yours into the narrative, but not hearing the response to that, or even inviting a response to that?
Yes.
Which, I find Peanut, I saw you. Oh, here she comes. Yeah, here she comes. Here's
There's your little
Where's
princess.
my baby? Where's my Peanut? You better get over here. Come here. Come here. You want to go see Auntie Deb and Auntie
Yes.
Jamila? Come here. There's my baby. Oh, there's my baby.
Hey, pretty.
Oh,
Snuggle.
isn't she sweet? Little love.
Little
There's
lovey.
the wind is picking up and there's a squall coming through. And so
Oh,
she's got a little bit of the shakes.
yeah.
Oh, poor
She
baby.
came to where she knows she's been protected
Yeah.
from the storm. I know, because we're having the storm. Okay, here, you sit right here.
Storms are always easier together.
Yes,
That's
they
right.
are. They
And
are.
that's what
Oh,
this retreat is about. There are
yeah.
so many people, and then we're able to breathe together. It's like a collective, like when we get the, and you'll find what I love about it, because there are certain people that they keep getting fed each time they come, and
Yeah.
they come back, and they come back, and they get something else, and then those people who seem to be downtrodden now, 2-3 years in, now they're helping, holding other people. You know what I mean? It's okay,
Holding
girl, it's all
space
right.
for the others that had been held for them. I know that
Exactly.
when I go to contact, a lot of times the newbies are, you can feel their vibration of anxiety because they don't know what to expect. They don't know how they will be embraced or if they will be. And they find out very quickly. You can literally feel their energy shift and change as they realize that it's just a love fest. It's just get over here and let me hug you. Oh my God, you're exactly where you belong. This is, welcome, welcome, welcome. And it is that warmth and that embrace, literally and figuratively, that grows that event every year, because now people come just to be recharged.
It's a family reunion.
It
It
is.
is.
It's a family reunion.
It is. Here, you come
And
on.
we love it. And we look
We love
forward
it.
to it. Mhm.
And it gets to the point where we don't we allow spirit to move however spirit wants to move. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And it's not stuffy. It's not I've been in some things that you just kind of sitting around, and it's not that. And I have to share a quick story right quick, because I don't know if you remember this, Annie. I want to say 2-3 years ago, I don't know how long it was. You were in the room. I walked in, and this was at Contact,
Mhm.
and the festivities had died down, and you said, "Come here, love." And she began to do the third eye.
Mm-hmm.
There was a young lady there with a video recorder. I have the video. If I can find it, I will show it to you when you come. And I can't explain. It was just a vibration feeling. You can see in the video something moving between us. And it wasn't, I tried to debunk it. It was not dust. It was too big. We were inside your room, so there was no bugs or anything. And I didn't even see it at first. The young lady who took the video, she said, "Did you see that?" Because she saw it with her naked eye. Before my eyes were closed, I didn't know. I
Mm-hmm.
say that to say I knew then that we had to get you in an environment where you could just be you and shine, because just you being planted in this soil is going to be, it's excellent. It's just, and as presenters, I do a talk, we do readings, I get just as much from everybody there as I've been told I give to people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm looking for you. I want you to get everything that I just can't wait to share this feeling with you that we get there.
Right.
And I know I'm sounding extra corny right now, but
No,
it's,
no,
it's
actually,
just
very,
that
very authentic,
thing.
very genuine
You know,
excitement. And I feel it too. I got to tell you, honey, it's part of what's keeping me
I'm so
going.
excited. I
No.
can't even. Like, I want to get up and do a little dance.
Yeah.
Well, Annie, you have said every time I do one of these, I want to be there. I want to be there. Maybe the next one, maybe the next
There we
one.
go.
And I just always knew when you're supposed to be there, you will be.
Yeah.
And now is the time. April 25th and 26th and 27th
Mm-hmm.
is the time for you to be there with all of us, for all of us to have that healing. Every time we have these, there's a theme. And this theme is be the miracle. You are the miracle, because my heart just swells every day that I hear from you and you sound wonderful
Thank you.
because of what you are going through. You are proving to everybody that we can all be the miracle.
Yeah.
So that's part of our empowerment, our growth. Assisting in the ascension is owning that we are the miracle, and you're the proof.
Well, I don't know what part of me refuses to acquiesce, but I am just
All
as belligerent and obnoxious and vulgar and disgusting and deeply disrespectful of cancer that I could possibly be. And I take great pleasure in killing off this disease one cell at a time.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Just, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it, knowing, yeah, just like Pac-Man. And I never played Pac-Man in my life, but boy, I've got that visualization,
Yeah.
and I get up every morning and what's my daily mantra? Get the fuck out of my big, fat, fluffy temple now. And now I have tacked on, you son of a bitch. I've tacked on, I mean, I have, I've added to it over time, but that's the gist of it.
I'm going to have to get that tattoo.
Hey, you know what? When I hear the two words together in a sentence, cancer free, and I hear that bell ringing, that's when I come to Michigan and we get a tattoo,
You
a
got it.
matching tattoo on my old, wrinkly, dried up skin. Because, one of the
Yes.
side effects of chemo
Chemical.
is that it wrecks your skin. So we'll oil me and we'll soften me up, and then we'll get well, I'll put it someplace where nobody will ever see it.
Ooh, I snorted.
Not just did too. Peanut just snorted too. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think it was. So let's just blame her. That's fine. Nobody cares.
That's it. That's what happened.
Peanut snorted.
Well, it's because she's got the phlegm.
Mm-hmm.
She got the phlegm in the throat, and she was the upside down dog for a moment, and it drains. And I know because I've got right here draining all day long. The draining.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Sinuses are
I know
horrible.
Well, when I think of this event, there's this thing that goes, and you're probably both familiar with this object called the Lazy Susan, where it sits in the middle of the table and you can put all this great stuff in it and you can spin it around and everybody gets to pull what they want out of it. Yeah. And I would like to kind of be the Lazy Susan. And because I'm naturally lazy anyway. So, we'll just, I'll be the Lazy Annie in the middle of the room. And what we'll do is kind of spin me around and let's see who grabs what. But as I go around, let's see what I grab, because it will be simpatico, a communion of sorts is how I visualize this, whether we're inside or we're outside or we're hanging out in my room having, one of our little gatherings that we tend to do. Well,
yes.
And I really, I see this, and I don't mean to personalize it too much, because I'm showing up as much for everyone else as I'm showing up for myself. And that's just the truth of it. Right. I need to be there for you. I need to be there for Val. I need to be there for Jamila. I need to be there with our people, with my circle, my tribe.
Yeah.
We all need to be together.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
But I really do see this as essentially a meeting of the mind about healing our bodies. And I think that everyone there will feel refreshed and recharged. And I know that this event, and I don't know how I know this, but I do know that attending this event is integral to the outcome of my treatment, of my therapy. I know that it is.
Yes.
I feel that with everything in me. I really do.
Me too.
It's supposed to be, and it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle piece. It's a puzzle piece. Your family is your family. You know what I mean? And so coming together, it's like in every historical text, in every holy book, in whatever one you look, there's always talking about something. Like the Bible says, where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am. And then another book says something else, but it all goes back to a collective of energy, especially when you know what that energy is. You look forward to it. You crave it. Your body is missing it. You know what I mean? And
it's not just
what you will find, and anybody who's been there will tell you the same thing. Once you leave, you take this experience with you from this retreat and you feed on it.
Yes.
Like I feed on it. We had it in November. I was still high till last month. And then
honey, there's some really
and
powerful
now we get ready
gummies
to do it
going
again.
around Michigan, I heard. That's what I'm hearing.
That could be.
Yeah, you might have been high for a different reason, sweetheart. But listen, it is just amazing. Who's bringing the gummies? I know somebody is.
Maybe a few people.
Well, we do know exactly. So anyway, it's that sharing, I think, more than anything. Okay, like for instance, when the three of us are together and we're hanging out together at Contact, and one of us will reach over and just grab the hand of the other, or wrap our arm around each other, or just lean in and kiss each other, just spontaneously, just like this. It is the immutable law of attraction. Like attracts like.
Mhm.
And so when you take all these powerful women, these goddesses, and put us all together in a place where that kind of touchy feeling communique is just perpetual, it generates a certain energy. It's love energy. It is, love is not a noun. That's a lie. Love is a verb. It is an action word. And when you put it into action and then put together in one location people, not just women, but people who know how to manifest and manipulate that energy and work with that energy, that's when you take that quantum leap into spiritual ascension and you literally go into higher mind.
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. 1000%. And then you add in singing bowls, a sound bath.
Yes.
And then you add in a drum circle.
Yes.
And then you add in everybody sharing messages, readings. And then you add in, the healing, all of it together is, there's no words for this.
Well, just to
Really.
be with people who aren't afraid to touch each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's face it, ladies, we all went through COVID just like everyone else.
Yeah.
For a period of time, an extended period of time, where the only way you could show someone how much you loved them was to stay the hell away from them, not get close enough to touch them, certainly not close enough to breathe on them, because it was all fear-based and it was distance and isolation, and it had a remarkable detrimental impact on the human psyche. And we are the antidote to that. What we're going to do that weekend is the antidote to that toxic environment that we, through no fault of our own, were thrust into.
Right.
Anybody that was responsible did their utmost to protect their loved ones from them, should they be a carrier.
Yeah.
With or without symptoms. That was the scariest thing about COVID.
Right.
Was that it was an invisible, malicious, intelligent virus that could hide undetected in one host and infect 100 people that came in touch with
Or
them.
more. Yeah.
Or more.
And it's still going around. I just got over it about
is. I mean,
2
we
or 3
talk
weeks
about it
ago.
like it's past tense, but it's not. But, now we can get together, and the vast majority of us will have been vaccinated or will have had it so many times that we do now have a natural immunity to it. And so I'm not afraid. I'm not. I'm going to have Greta with me. And she's, oh my God, Deb, Greta. Oh God, Greta's going to love this.
Greta's going to get some healing as well.
Yeah, yes, Greta is. And and we all need it. Not one of us needs it more or less than the other.
No.
And it might be for a myriad of different reasons, but it's still at its core, it's the need to heal and release and open ourselves back up to each other. So to be in an environment where we're not afraid to touch each other, we're not afraid to kiss or hug or hold hands or share a meal close in a circular table and
snuggle and cuddle.
Yes, and snuggle and laugh too loud and sing too loud and carry on and just in an effervescent way emote with each other is an incredibly liberating activity. And that's what my plan is. I intend to emote and emote and demote some more, because then it gives everyone else around me a permission structure to do the exact same thing, to emulate that kind of freedom in the environment that we choose.
That's right.
Yeah. That.
And what I love about it too is that we get in touch with, like, anywhere I am, you already know the shenanigans ensue. We embrace our inner child.
Shit.
We laugh. We color.
We snort.
We play games. We snort a little.
Yeah.
Quit bringing up old stuff.
I know.
We,
It's the sinuses. It's the sinuses.
it's allergies. But you know, we have our little karaoke time. We just, it's about healing, and it's also about healing that inner child that wants to come out and be silly and tell 9-year-old jokes. You know, there's fart jokes to be had. You know what I mean? It's but we allow ourselves the space to do that. You know what I mean?
True. I'm glad you brought that up.
Have a good time. So I don't want anybody, you know, that's too no. We have a effing ball. It's just like walking into a room and seeing all your best friends. Think about that. Think about just walking into a room and seeing smiling faces. And then you have people who've never been before, and you have a group of people coming in. Hey, girl. Hey, honey. What you doing? What's
Get
going
your
on?
ass over here. Join us now.
Right.
Take them shoes off. What are you doing with heels? What's wrong with you?
Right.
I mean, yeah, you could wear a bra if you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun. We had a year where we all went back to the room and they had the singing bowls out. One year we went back to the room. Everybody put on PJs, came back to the thing and just vegged out. And it was beautiful. Like, it is whatever spirit tells us to do. There's always an itinerary. We know that. But whatever spirit tells us to do, we do. And I am grateful to Deb for creating, like I said, the nutrition rich environment for us to grow, for us to flourish, for us to, you know, detox from, especially right now. I'm not going to get into it. We all know, but to detox, we are seeping, you know, like tea. We're steeping, I mean, in just toxic brew, and we need to detox. And that's what this is about. And like I said, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm kind of excited.
I can tell. Well, you know, when I leave the event, when I leave Contact, I float. I don't even need an airplane to get home. I mean, I can just float home. I mean, it is, and Deb's absolutely right. Jamila, anybody who knows me will tell you that Linny and Jeff have to come find me. And she wants to get one of those little squeegee bracelets that you put it on, and then she attaches it so that she can, like a little kid that you don't want to lose at the park.
I've seen her looking for you.
I know that building. I know the lakeside like the back of my hand. I have spent so many hours of my life in that building. Why do I get lost? And then a few years ago, Deb and I were talking about it, and she said, because when you're here, you're not in 3D. And I was like, that's it. That's it. I, remember a couple of years ago, everybody said Tenny's here, Tenny's here, Tenny's here, but he was late. He was astral projecting, visualizing himself in the lobby, and people saw the astral projection of him before he arrived. And I knew, because 3 or 4 people came up to me and said, Tenny's here, Tenny's here. And I'm like, no, he's not. No, but I just saw him out, and I'm like, no, I would feel it. I will know when he is here. He's not.
He was literally 2 hours away when we got so many reports that people had seen him.
Yeah. and shit like that
Yeah.
is what
Yes.
happens at the lakeside
Every time.
every
So
time.
we probably should
Every
tell
time.
people it is April 25th, 26th, 27th at the Lakeside Resort and Conference Center in Houghton Lake, Michigan. The number, if you're all ready, is 989. Oh, there it is.
Bill, you
Okay.
are so good.
422-4000. Thank you, Bill. So, yes, you are the miracle. I love that right by your.
I feel that blessed. But not only do I feel blessed, and well, first of all, I love freaking out my oncologist. I love it. I love it. Well, they did like this massive genetic workup on me, not only to determine what markers I have for cancer, but to be able to forewarn everybody in my extended family. Not a single marker for cancer in my blood system, in my body, not a single marker, not one. And 29% of my DNA is unidentifiable.
Oh,
And
am I not surprised?
yeah,
So you see my little buddy?
yeah, I do. I see your little
Yes.
buddy.
Love it.
I always hold him. He's my friend, but that he's a very close relative of yours.
Yes. See that?
Just
I
saying.
recognize. No, it's amazing. I mean, and she's reading the report to me. It was like a couple of visits ago that she had to go through it all, and she's like, I don't understand this. I've never seen this before. And she's reading the genetics report, and she's like, I said, well, do I have the BRCA gene? She's like, nope. Do I have the HER2 positive thing? Nope. Nothing. No markers for cancer. Like it doesn't really actually exist. Like it's some kind of optical illusion in a PET scan. Like it's not in my body. But that's when I do my PET scans. I leave when I have biopsies, and when I have to go through these machines that look like they're on a spaceship, I leave my body. I go into 5D and go into spirit. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing over the weekend, that weekend, that I want to not only discuss this amazing thing that is happening to me as I defeat this scourge of an invader in my soul school classroom. No, get out. I'm allowed to expel it, even if That's I'm right. the one that invited it in. I am right. allowed to expel it. But I think that one of the things that we will all as a group find most beneficial is practicing the presence. I want to show people what I've learned from having cancer. Mm-hmm. What I've learned how to leave my body, to see my vessel as spirit, and to leave the dimension and the body behind and go into higher consciousness. And I will be able to not only explain it, but be able to take people along with me.
Yes.
Maybe not everyone will be ready, but I can show them the way. And the only way that I could do that is because I'm walking the path myself.
That's right.
So take my hand.
That's right.
Mine is in yours. Trust me.
And my heart is in yours.
Yes.
All
of us. I mean,
I'm just grabbing on both of y'all. So
yeah. You're all one.
And we'll leave it there because we got company.
Because we do. There's a few eavesdroppers that are somewhat attention to what we're talking about here.
So I want to bring up just real quick that Jamila, myself, Annie, Val,
Diane,
Michael, and Marie Thompson, we are all uniting to create something very cool.
Oh, you're going to tell everybody that.
No. I'm telling everybody that we're going to make an official announcement
Okay.
and have a table at the event. But the 5 of us have developed something that is for everybody. And it's a joint effort from love.
So, it was born from love.
It was. It was born from
it's
love.
a love baby.
It is. It's our love baby.
It's our love baby.
And it will grow from love.
Yes.
So, I mean, Jamila, you're kind of the magic woman here. So if you wanted to say anything more, that's up to you. But I want to at least put that out.
I will say, because, I'm going to, all things in order, whatnot, I will just say this. If you feel like you need a place, you will have one. If you feel a little lost, there will be a lighthouse. If you feel as if, you're spiritually constipated, we can.
That's one way of
We'll
putting
bring the toilet paper.
Bring the toilet paper. But it's just
you never know what to expect.
I'm just saying, it's one of those things where it was born out of necessity, because when you have a heart to serve, that's what you need to do, no matter what. And when you have so many people from so many different backgrounds, so many different faiths, so many different practices, so many different opportunities to learn from each other, bringing all of those things into one place, where you can learn and grow and be yourself and truly not be judged because I feel a different way. Instead, well, why do you feel that way? Maybe I'm missing something. You know what I mean? It's not, it's just acceptance.
Yeah.
Pure, unadulterated acceptance. Point blank and period. Because, and people say, well, you just can't accept anybody. Let me tell you this. I am protected by energy you don't want to mess with. And if you're not supposed to be around me, then you're not going to be around me. So why am I sitting here worried about what you're saying or what that person's saying? Source will bring me who's supposed to be with me.
Right.
That is, I don't operate out of fear.
Again, birds of a feather.
You know what I mean?
Right back to, you're absolutely right. This is the immutable law of attraction. Every single person that comes to this event will belong there. There will be a very specific reason why they gravitated to it, why they moved mountains to get there, and why they know they have to come.
We have people that float in from they'll just be staying there, or they work at the building, and they just happen to kind of float in the place, and then they go, I didn't even know why I'm here. And we go, we know why you're here. And when we do that, we'll be officially announcing our baby and telling
our
you
love baby.
What our love baby is all about. But just
be
there.
Yes.
Be there.
Yes.
Be there.
You need to, our baby is special.
Well, I've already got a lot of people who have reached out to me, and this has only been word of mouth so far. I wanted us to do this show first and then be able to send the link to others who I know are going to want to be there and start to build it, because we want it to be an intimate group. This isn't the kind of event that's meant for 1,000 people. It's just not. The place won't even hold that. No. This is meant to fulfill a very specific purpose with a very specific community of people that are all coming together in purpose and reason for the greater good, and raising the vibration of not just Houghton Lake, Michigan, or the lakeside, raising the vibration on planet Earth.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
And I
That's
want to
right.
throw in real quick that, we do encourage women or people gathering. So the package is set up. This is something that, it's so affordable.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a package for $400 for the entire weekend for 2 people. Okay, that's cut in half for one. So if you think about it, for 2 people, that's $100 a night. What are you going to pay in a roadside motel?
Mm-hmm.
So this covers the entire event. The rooms are fantastic. There's a small water park. You get your breakfast.
Yeah.
We always have an evening meal together, so it covers that.
Mm-hmm.
So really the price is, we don't make money. It's not about making money. It's covering hotel cost.
Yeah.
That's what it is. There is a daily fee if somebody just wants to come for the day.
Mm-hmm.
We will honor that. But truly, if you want to feel this event,
the full effect, you have to immerse yourself in it. You do.
Honestly, some of the most amazing moments are after everything is done and we're sitting around talking or singing and holding hands.
That's
or
right.
Those are so beautiful and healing and
Yeah.
amazing. That
Do we have a website that people can go to? Bill just put it in the chat.
Right. Well, we don't really have a website right now.
We don't really
Just
know.
because we
And
don't.
I don't think we really
On,
if you
on
need any info.
Facebook, we have look up Mystical Awakening or Mystical Retreat Weekend with Andrea Perrin.
Okay.
I wanted to put your name on it this time because we've been trying for this for a long time.
A long time, and I was
you're
always
finally
booked for something else. I had to
Right.
get freaking cancer to be able to come. Oh my God. How bizarre is that?
But I want you to know, Annie, you are a very special guest there, but we're not bringing you in with expectations.
I know.
At all.
I know.
At all.
Yeah.
You are
It's
going
just
to
your
come
energy.
and whatever you feel, you do.
Is what you do. And just, you don't, like, you walk into a room and it changes.
Yeah.
And in this particular environment, we want that to also be the same for you. When we come
Mhm.
together as we are a family that we've chosen.
Yeah.
And every time we get together, it's just like a family reunion.
Yep,
and we just want to love on you.
Well,
That's
everyone is invited. We are out of time for the show tonight. It went so fast. Oh my God. I love you both with all my heart. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. And let's get this party started. Okay.
Yes. Amen. Everybody contact us. Love you all.
Everybody will close it out with what I tell everyone: be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the beacon on the hill. Be the light you seek. And join us in Houghton Lake, Michigan at the end of April for the epiphany of a lifetime. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Anytime.